Coming up on Mountain News. At the polls, you likely saw Amendment 1 and 2 on the ballot. How your vote could impact the region.
One Pike County community is hoping to see progress as they await the results for the election of their new mayor.
Good evening again and welcome back to Decision Kentucky headquarters.
We continue to monitor many races throughout eastern Kentucky. You will be able to see those results at the bottom of your screen as they come in. Obviously, a lot of those local races we do not have results yet for, but as soon as we get them, you'll see them. You can also go to our website at WYMT.com to see a list of those races as well.
Amendment 2, on the other hand, deals with public funds and school choice for parents. WYMT's Amelia Lee is live from the Decision Kentucky Digital News Desk with the difference between a yes or no vote. Amelia?
Amendment 2 gives voters the opportunity to make a parental school choice a fundamental right. Supporters hope the amendment is approved so that the Constitution would allow more flexibility regarding how the General Assembly appropriates spending in education. They say Kentuckians need to stand with parents to allow lawmakers to appropriate public funds to privately owned schools. Now, many are opposing this amendment. The Protect Our Schools campaign kicked off its initiative in June. They say they have garnered more than 100 endorsements, including the state's Parent-Teacher Association. They have many concerns, including the impact it could have on the public school education system. They believe a yes vote would be especially harmful to rural districts, which they say depend more on state dollars. From the WYMT Decision Kentucky Digital News Desk, I'm Amelia Lee. Back.
All right, Amelia, thank you very much, and we'll check back with you a little bit later.
Well, as results continue rolling in, we have a lot more coverage planned. Watch us online, on air, and on the go with the WYMT News app. The app is free to download for both Apple and Android users.
Two men with experience as Commonwealth's attorney are facing off for that seat in Letcher County. Republican Edison Banks served as the 47th Judicial Circuit Commonwealth's attorney for more than 20 years before retiring earlier this year. Democrat Matt Butler then was appointed to finish his term. Now both are running against each other. Prosecutor Jackie Steele says running in the election would not prevent Butler from being appointed again if he loses.
The governor could reappoint anybody who is constitutionally qualified to sit in that seat, which obviously Matt Butler is as he's sitting in now.
Definitely a unique race there. Matt Butler was appointed to finish Banks' term on July 1st. He also has experience as a public defender.
In the 5th Congressional District, you will see a familiar face running in that race. Hal Rogers is running uncontested in this race. In September 2021, Rogers became the longest-serving member of Congress from Kentucky. He has served Kentucky's 5th Congressional District since 1981. And we received a statement from Congressman Rogers' camp about winning a 23rd term. Here is what it says. I'm honored that the people of Southern and Eastern Kentucky continue to faithfully trust me to echo their voice on Capitol Hill. Together, we have made great strides to improve our rural Appalachian region with stronger infrastructure and more innovative opportunities than ever before. We've gone to battle in our communities to drive down overdose death rates, clean up our region, and create more jobs. In the race for 6th District, Andy Barr is taking on Randy Cravens. Barr is a Republican and the incumbent in that race. The 6th Congressional District includes Powell and Estill counties.
Prestonsburg voters are awaiting the results, preparing to name the man who will lead the city as its new mayor. After former Mayor Les Stapleton resigned earlier this year, Rick Hughes was placed in his seat on an interim basis. He placed his name on the ballot alongside Danny Martin and David Gearhart, each hoping to be voted into the position. Voters say they are just hopeful that whoever is elected, once the results are tallied, will be ready to put the city first and push for progress in Prestonsburg. One Pike County community is preparing to welcome its new mayor, saying the person elected needs to be ready to work. After major financial issues were uncovered in Elkhorn City, Mayor Mike Taylor resigned from his seat. Now interim Mayor Nathan Bryant, former council member Roxanne Blankenship, and Janet Atkins are hoping to fill that position. Voters say whoever takes over has a big job in store, saying it needs to be someone who will lead the city with devotion and transparency.
We've always needed good officials and a good council to be able to lead the city in the right direction, and we're just hoping and praying for the best one to get the job this year.
Community members say they hope the chosen leader will help navigate the money issues quickly and try to boost tourism in the town.
The Secretary of State told WYMT's sister station WAVE in Louisville that this election has gone smoothly with one exception. David Mattingly explains.
Secretary of State Michael Adams wants voters to know it wasn't the technology that failed, it was human error that created the long lines in Louisville. The electronic poll books needed to prevent election fraud should have been downloaded before Election Day, not the morning of. But who was responsible?
We'll find out after the election. We'll review this thoroughly, and if we need to take action, we will. If I need to request legislation to prevent this in the future, we certainly will. If I need to implement a regulation, we'll do that as well. Right now, I'm not trying to attack anybody or blame anyone. I just want to fix the problem.
His comments came just hours after Attorney General Russell Coleman invited reporters into his Election Integrity Command Center. This is what it looked like. Staffed by the Special Prosecutions Division, it's set up to take voting complaints online and by phone. And a lot of those complaints election morning were coming from Louisville voters. Coleman told reporters he was not able to say if they had seen any criminal activity anywhere in the state, either before or during the election.
There have been no indictments from any voter conduct during the primary election. No indictments thus far in this cycle as well. So that's about as much as I can offer at this juncture.
Now, that was David Mattingly reporting. We will take a closer look at the election complaints hotline coming up in just a few minutes. Coming up on Decision Kentucky at 7, you often hear the importance of voting, but how does your vote count?